Taylor. I'm on page 200 now. I think there's like 300 pages, slightly less or slightly more. So yeah, I'm finally 2/3 of the way through. It's been good. The character has now encountered Jesus. She's heard about him, and the character of Claudia, she's heard about him. She's gone to hear him speak. And it's been good. From the perspective of someone who's learning about Christianity and a bit more, and still learning about the Bible. It's really good as far as that, especially this part where, you're hearing some of Jesus' sermons and parables. Basically paraphrased in this book. It's been helpful, so that the writer Diana Wallace Taylor, she's just included the parable of the wedding guest, which I was kind of semi-familiar with, but I didn't really fully understand. And she's helped me to understand that really. And even simple things that I didn't fully grasp, before she's kind of set them out in kind of more easier terms. Such as, when Jesus talks about the goats and the sheep, the sheep represent the believers, those who accept Jesus as the second person of the Trinity, and the goats are those who reject that is the truth. So yeah, it's quite edifying, this book. I think some people might have issue with certain elements of what I've just read in the last couple of chapters, insofar as there's a lot of embellishment that goes on with regard to Jesus and I guess what we know about the wife of Pontius Pilate historically. So in the novel, in the book, Claudia gives birth to a son who's born with a foot that's not formed properly. He's able to start toddling around too, apparently, but he's not going to be able to walk normally. One would presume from how it's described in the book. Upon going to hear Jesus teach his people, Claudia in the book, obviously starts to wonder whether Jesus is able to heal her son. And in the novel that actually takes place, so Claudia gives her little baby boy to her maidservant, slave, who is close, they're friends, this woman and Claudia. She's not treated brutally or anything, but that's an interesting aspect of the book. I'm not, that's not what I'm talking about now. The boy is healed by Jesus in the book, and his foot instantly becomes perfect and normal upon Jesus seeing the boy. So like I said, some people might not like that. I mean, personally, I don't mind it. I guess there's so little actual information that in order to like create a narrative and in order to, express a point of view, the author does have to kind of like add these stories which we don't know for a fact are true and probably are not true, like made up aspects to the Jesus story. I don't have an issue with it though. I remember at some point in the Bible, in the Gospels, the author says, if we were to write down like all the people Jesus healed and like all the amazing things he said, like there wouldn't be enough paper in the world, and like no book could ever be big enough to contain it. Something along those lines. So, obviously he's done like more amazing things and miracles during his time as a human on earth than what we know about from the Bible and whatnot. So it's been good reading that book. So I'm just trying to not have any of my bedroom in the background. It's turned into the junk room at the moment. It's got loads of stuff in, whilst the bathroom is being refitted. It's not being refitted for aesthetic reasons. It's been like constantly flooding and stuff. What else did I like? Oh yeah, I think I've definitely gone over halfway, perhaps even more than further than 3/4 of the way through the book. Go with the 7 names, and I forget the writer's name. It's that autobiographical book I think I mentioned on here about a girl who escapes from North Korea. And I was mistaken in thinking that she had some kind of like political awakening that made her flee from North Korea or try and escape from North Korea. However, that wasn't the case. It was more that she was attracted to like business and capitalism in a way, I suppose, or just wanting to make her own money and be a businesswoman, which obviously wasn't possible for her in North Korea. So that's why she leaves, and then like her like the undoing of her brainwashing is done outside of North Korea. It's interesting. She obviously gets herself into some pretty sketchy situations, trying to remain like undetected in foreign countries. She's in China for a bit and South Korea. And the part I'm at now is she's kind of communicating with her mother and I think trying to get her mother out of North Korea after like being away for 15 or 20 years or so. And it's a really good book. Anyway, I think my son is starting to like be a bit disturbed by me talking, so I'm gonna go for now. I've been reading some Bible stuff. Bits in the Bible. I read Ephesians on my phone earlier. Once I finish Claudia, I'm gonna read Father Brown Mysteries. I did order a book called The Ballerina of Auschwitz from Noventic, and I got a bundle. It was like 10% off or something from that seller, and the other book that I purchased was called The Girl with the Louding Voice. It's about an African girl, quite headstrong and outspoken and whatnot, and I believe it's by an African author or like an author with African heritage background. So yeah, looking forward to reading both of those. But I think gonna focus on Father Brown's too. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading it. I could do something quite cozy. Claudia's been a cozy book as well. I always find her books cozy. I've got another one by her, which is called The Woman at the Well. But I think they're my favourite for later in life. Yeah, I will speak to you soon. Have a lovely morning, evening, etc. Yeah, comment anything. Engage with the video. It's really appreciated. Thanks to any new subscribers and old subscribers.